If you're a man over 65, listen closely. Your body may be quietly starving, not from lack of food, but from a vitamin deficiency that's slowly stealing your strength, your energy, and even your confidence as a man. Let me ask you something personal. Have you been waking up more tired than rested? Noticing your legs feel like they've lost their spring. Your grip isn't as firm, or that spark, in the gym, in the bedroom, or even in everyday decisions, just doesn't feel like it used to? Here's the truth no one's telling you. After 60, your body radically changes the way it processes key vitamins, especially the ones responsible for male hormones, muscle retention, brain sharpness, and stamina. And it's not your fault. Even if you eat well, exercise, and avoid junk, studies show that nearly 70% of older men are critically low in just one vitamin that silently sabotages testosterone, energy, leg strength, and recovery. And yet, this same vitamin, when taken every morning in the right form, has been shown to help men over 65 regain energy, restore lean muscle, improve blood flow, and even feel more like themselves again. So, if you're wondering, why am I shrinking? Why am I always tired? Why don't I feel like a man anymore? This video is not just another health tip. It's a wake-up call. Because here's what most men don't realize until it's too late. By the time you feel the decline, your body's already running on fumes. But what if, just by adding one Overlook vitamin back into your morning routine, you could rebuild that spark? Not in a fake, overnight miracle way, but in a measurable way, with more strength in your walk, more confidence in your shoulders, and yes, more firewear counts. This isn't hype. It's backed by real science, real success stories, and it's hiding in plain sight. So stick with me as we count down the top 5 vitamins men over 65 should be taking every morning, especially if you want to feel like you're 25 again, not just on the outside, but in your blood, your bones, and your manhood. But first, a quick message. If we disappeared tomorrow, would you notice? Every video we make takes over 30 hours. No scriptwriter, no sponsor, no $1 million studio. Just real research, real heart, for people who've been overlooked, especially men over 65 who deserve to feel seen again. So if this video helps you, if it tells you something your doctor brushed off, if it gives you back even a little hope, don't be the silent viewer. Be the reason we're still here tomorrow. Subscribe. This message has already found you, but there are other seniors who would also immensely benefit from this hidden knowledge. How can you help us reach them? Simply by liking this video and subscribing to this channel. That way, YouTube shows it to more seniors and others who desperately need this message. Be the reason someone else finds this gem today. Just like you did. Tap the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Before we dive into the countdown, let's hear from you. Men, be honest. What's the one thing you miss most from your younger years? Is it the energy to jump out of bed and take charge of the day? The confidence you had in the mirror or with your partner? Or maybe just the strength to walk, lift, and move without soreness or struggle? Type, "I want my strength back," in the comments if you're ready to feel 25 again, or if you refuse to let age steal your power. And ladies, if you're watching this with a man you love, drop a red heart in the comments. This might be the most important video he ever watches. Now, let's reveal the 5 vitamins every man over 65 should be taking. Start with one most men are dangerously low in. It starts with small things. You skip the morning walk. You forget what you came into the room for. You lie in bed longer, not because you're lazy, but because your body feels like it's dragging a sandbag. Sound familiar? Now imagine this. There's a silent deficiency that's affecting over 80% of men above 60, a deficiency that's silently lowering your testosterone, draining your mood, weakening your muscles, and even dulling your sex drive, without you realizing it. Doctors often brush it off. It's just aging, they say. But what if it's not? What if part of the reason you don't feel like a man anymore is because your body is starving for the one vitamin that triggers your hormonal engine? Welcome to the real story of vitamin D3, your missing link to feeling 25 again. A 2011 clinical study published in Hormone and Metabolic Research found that men with low levels of vitamin D had significantly lower free testosterone levels than men with optimal vitamin D. In fact, after just 1 year of daily D3 supplementation, participants in the study saw an average testosterone boost of over 25%, with noticeable increases in muscle strength, energy, and mood. Even more shocking, low D3 is now being linked to muscle weakness and slow recovery, joint pain and inflammation, depression and brain fog, erectile dysfunction, and low libido. Yet 4 out of 5 older men are either deficient or critically low in it. Meet Raymond, 67 years old, retired firefighter, tough as nails, or at least he used to be. His wife told him something last Christmas that shook him. She said, "You're still here, but it feels like I lost you years ago." That night, Raymond sat alone in the garage. The same man who once kicked down doors, ran into burning buildings, now couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without needing to rest halfway. He stumbled onto a podcast that mentioned vitamin D3 and its effect on men's hormones. Skeptical but desperate, he started supplementing every morning with 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 alongside breakfast. Within 4 weeks, his words, not ours, "I felt like the lights in my body were turning back on." His energy bounced back. He stopped forgetting simple things. And yes, his wife noticed a very real difference in the bedroom. So what makes D3 so powerful? Vitamin D3 acts like a steroid hormone in the body, not just a vitamin. It interacts directly with receptors in your testes, brain, and muscles, helping regulate testosterone production, energy metabolism, and mood. Think of it as your body's morning ignition key. No D3 equals no spark equals sluggish metabolism, low testosterone, and fading manhood. D3 also helps your body absorb calcium better, protecting your bones and joints as you age. It regulates inflammation, improves immune function, and even sharpens mental clarity. Here's what the experts recommend. Take 2,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 every morning, preferably with a meal that contains fat like eggs or avocado. For men over 65, it's best to pair it with vitamin K2 to ensure calcium goes into your bones, not your arteries. Get your levels tested if possible. Your goal: 50 to 70 nanograms per milliliter blood serum level. You can also boost D3 naturally by getting 20 minutes of direct sunlight on your skin before 10 a.m. But for most men, supplementing daily is non-negotiable. Picture yourself stepping out of bed tomorrow. No groans, no slouch. Your mind is sharp. Your arms feel fuller. You're not just awake. You're alive. You look in the mirror, and the man looking back doesn't look tired anymore. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you give your body the missing fuel. You're not lazy. You're not weak. But lately, it's been harder to get going in the morning. Your legs feel heavy. Your sleep is shallow. And that snap, that quick-fire reflex, whether it's in your mind, your movements, or your mood, is just slower. Maybe your doctor told you it's just getting older. Maybe you've accepted that brain fog, irritability, and poor circulation are part of the ride after 65. But what if I told you there's one silent deficiency that makes every man feel like a worn-out version of himself, and it's one that even your doctor might miss? A deficiency that affects over 50% of seniors and quietly destroys your sleep, your stamina, your testosterone levels, and your muscles? That mineral is magnesium, and it might just be the real reason your body feels older than your spirit. According to a groundbreaking 2013 study published in the journal Biological Trace Element Research, older men with higher magnesium levels had significantly higher free testosterone levels than those with lower levels. In fact, for every 100 milligrams increase in daily magnesium intake, men experience up to 24% higher testosterone. Naturally, another clinical review from the American Journal of Therapeutics found that magnesium deficiency was strongly linked to insomnia and fragmented sleep, leg cramps and muscle spasms, fatigue, even after resting, depression and low mood, erectile dysfunction and sluggish circulation. Let that sink in. If you've been waking up tired, struggling with leg cramps, or feeling like your muscles are fading away, it might not be your age. It might be your magnesium tank is empty. Let's talk about Curtis. Curtis is 70, ex-Marine, the kind of man who used to jog 10 miles before breakfast. But retirement hit hard. His sleep turned into a war zone, tossing, turning, legs twitching at night. He'd wake up more exhausted than when he went to bed. His wife noticed, too. You've started snapping more. You don't smile the same. Curtis was prescribed sleeping pills. Didn't work. They left him groggy and forgetful. One day, an old army buddy told him, "Man, you need magnesium. You're burning out because you're running on fumes." So Curtis tried it. He started with a magnesium glycinate supplement every evening after dinner. Within the first 10 days, his sleep deepened, his leg cramps vanished, his mood lifted, and the best part? His morning drive, if you know what I mean, came roaring back. Curtis didn't change his life. He just filled a missing piece. Magnesium is called the spark plug mineral for a reason. It's involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including testosterone production, muscle contraction, nerve function, and sleep regulation. It calms your nervous system, supports deep REM sleep, and regulates blood sugar, all while helping your blood vessels relax and deliver oxygen to your muscles. In older men, magnesium plays an even more critical role. It prevents cortisol, your stress hormone, from killing testosterone. It boosts muscle protein synthesis, helping you rebuild lean tissue. And it increases the bioavailability of free testosterone, the type that matters for strength, mood, and libido. If testosterone is your engine, magnesium is the ignition spark. Here's the truth. Not all magnesium is created equal. Some forms, like magnesium oxide, are cheap and poorly absorbed. For senior men, the best forms are magnesium glycinate, gentle on the stomach, great for sleep. Magnesium citrate, supports digestion and muscle cramps. Magnesium L-threonate, excellent for brain fog and memory. Dosage? Start with 200 to 400 milligrams at night, about 1 to 2 hours before bed. Pair it with a light protein snack to improve absorption. Also, avoid taking magnesium alongside calcium supplements. They compete for absorption and can cancel each other out. Imagine this. You wake up after 8 hours of uninterrupted, deep sleep, no cramps, no twitching legs, no restless tossing. Your mind is clear. Your mood is steady. You walk to the bathroom with strength in your step, not a shuffle. You look in the mirror and actually feel like yourself again. That's what refilling your magnesium tank can do. And the best part? You didn't need a prescription. You just needed to give your body back what time quietly stole. You probably heard it before. Eat healthy. Get enough protein. Exercise. But what if, even after doing all of that, your testosterone stays low? Your legs keep weakening. Your libido crashes, and you keep catching every cold or flu that passes by. And worst of all, you're beginning to feel like your best days as a man are already behind you. Now, let's be clear. This isn't just aging. This is what happens when your zinc levels fall to the floor, a silent epidemic in men over 60. Zinc isn't just a mineral. It's a commander of your immune army, the spark for testosterone production, and the defense shield for your muscles. And without enough of it, your body stops fighting, your manhood starts fading, and your muscles quietly waste away 1 inch at a time. Let's talk science. In a landmark study published in the journal Nutrition, researchers discovered that men who restricted their zinc intake for just 20 weeks experienced a drop in testosterone levels by nearly 75%. That's right, just 20 weeks without zinc, and their testosterone dropped to levels seen in elderly men with frailty. Now flip the coin. In the same study, when zinc-deficient older men were given zinc supplements for just 6 months, their testosterone levels nearly doubled, and their strength came roaring back. Another study from the Journal of Exercise Physiology showed that zinc supplementation improved muscle recovery, increased leg power, and boosted stamina in older men. So why is your doctor telling you this? Because most zinc testing isn't done unless you specifically request it. And even then, by the time symptoms show up, you're already running on empty. Let me introduce you to Anthony. He's 68, a proud grandfather, used to coach high school soccer, knew how to motivate young men. But suddenly, he couldn't motivate himself. He was getting sick constantly. Every change in weather knocked him down. He noticed his voice was weaker, his energy dipped, and his once strong thighs were softening. Worse, he said, my wife used to look at me like I was her rock. Now I feel invisible. He tried vitamins. Nothing worked. Then one night, scrolling through an old military forum, he read a comment. If you're over 60 and not taking zinc, don't complain about weakness. You're fighting unarmed. That hit him hard. He started supplementing with 30 milligrams of zinc picolinate after lunch. What happened? Within 3 weeks, his energy surged. His sex drive returned after months of silence. And his wife told him, "You're back. Whatever you're doing, don't stop." Anthony didn't discover a new drug. He simply gave his body back the mineral that kept his masculine engine running. Here's what zinc does behind the scenes. Testosterone production. Zinc fuels the enzyme that converts cholesterol into testosterone. Without it, the production line shuts down, especially after age 60, when your natural reserves decline. Sperm and libido. Zinc plays a direct role in sperm creation, libido, and performance. It's even found in high concentrations in seminal fluid. Less zinc, less drive, muscle growth and repair. Zinc supports muscle protein synthesis, meaning your workouts, or even daily movement, actually rebuild muscle rather than tear it down. Immune master switch. Zinc activates T cells, your immune bodyguards. Without enough, every germ that passes by has an open door. Antioxidant defense. Zinc protects your cells from oxidative stress, that rusting effect that makes your body age faster and muscles shrink sooner. In short, zinc doesn't just support your manhood. It defends it like a shield. You don't need much, but you need it consistently. Look for zinc picolinate, best absorbed form for seniors. Zinc citrate, gentle on the stomach. Zinc gluconate, commonly available, decent absorption. Dosage? Start with 15 to 30 milligrams daily. Taken with food to avoid nausea. Never exceed 50 milligrams daily without your doctor's advice. Too much zinc can deplete copper over time. Also, avoid taking it at the exact same time as calcium or iron. They compete for absorption. And here's a bonus. If you combine zinc with a low-dose magnesium supplement, you get a synergistic boost in testosterone, sleep, and muscle repair. No prescription. No hormone injections. Just 2 forgotten minerals, working like fire and flint. Picture this. It's been 3 weeks of taking zinc regularly. You're not getting those midday crashes anymore. You walk outside, and the sun feels good on your skin again. Your grip strength has returned. And your partner? She notices something different, not just physically, but emotionally. You're sharper, more grounded, more you. That's what zinc does. It doesn't scream for attention. It silently reloads a man you thought you lost. You might think you're doing everything right. You eat clean, maybe even exercise a few times a week. You try to stay healthy, especially at your age. But why do you still wake up tired? Why do your legs feel like jelly by 3 p.m.? Why does your sleep feel shallow, your anxiety climb, and your testosterone stay low, even when you try boosting it? Let me ask you this. Have you ever tested your magnesium levels? If not, you're not alone. Most men over 60 walk around with severe magnesium deficiency and never know it. And the scary part? Even if your blood test comes back normal, your muscles, your nerves, your heart, and your testosterone factory could still be starving for it. This isn't just a vitamin. Magnesium is a master switch. Without it, nothing in your body works right. Here's what researchers are now discovering. A massive study from the journal Magnesium Research found that 68% of Americans are magnesium deficient, and for men over 60, the number jumps even higher. Another study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology showed that older men with higher magnesium levels had significantly higher testosterone levels, stronger leg strength, and better sleep quality. And it gets worse. The lower your magnesium, the higher your risk of sarcopenia. That silent, slow muscle loss that makes standing from a chair feel like a workout. In one European study of seniors age 65 and above, those with low magnesium levels had a 2x higher risk of frailty, falls, and hip fractures, even if they were getting enough protein. Why? Because without magnesium, your body can't activate the nutrients you eat. It's like trying to start your car with a dead battery. No spark, no strength. Let me tell you about Mark. He was 64, retired engineer. Spent his days walking his dog, doing light workouts, eating clean. He thought he was doing everything right, but something felt off. His legs cramped at night, bad enough to wake him up. He said he felt wired but tired, exhausted all day but couldn't sleep at night. His blood pressure was slowly climbing, and no matter what he tried, his energy just wouldn't return. He was scared. One day, while reading a newsletter for men over 60, he read a single line that changed everything. Magnesium is the most overlooked key to male recovery and hormone health after 60. He got curious. Mark added a 400 milligrams magnesium glycinate supplement before bed. Week 1, no more leg cramps. Sleep came faster. Fewer bathroom trips at night. Week 2, he said, I haven't slept this deeply in 15 years. His wife said his mood and patience came back. He stopped reaching for coffee midday. Week 4, his legs felt stronger again. His blood pressure normalized. And best of all, he started waking up with energy and morning wood. Mark didn't find a miracle pill. He just gave his body back what it had been begging for all along. So how does magnesium save your muscles, sleep, and hormones? Let's break it down. ADP and muscle function. Every cell in your body uses ADP, your energy currency. But here's the catch. ADP is only active when bound to magnesium. No magnesium equals no energy equals weak legs and chronic fatigue. Testosterone production. Magnesium boosts testosterone by reducing oxidative stress and freeing up bioavailable testosterone. It even blocks SHBG, the protein that steals your testosterone. Deep sleep support. Magnesium calms your nervous system and supports melatonin production. That means longer, deeper, more restorative sleep. The kind where your muscles actually rebuild overnight. Cortisol reduction. High stress equals high cortisol. High cortisol equals low testosterone and belly fat. Magnesium buffers cortisol and brings your nervous system back to balance. Muscle recovery. Magnesium helps flush out lactic acid, reduce soreness, and prevent cramps, especially important after even light exercise. In short, if zinc is a commander, magnesium is the power grid. And if the grid goes down, everything else fails. There are over 10 forms of magnesium, and some are almost useless. Avoid cheap ones like magnesium oxide. Only 4% is absorbed. Instead, look for magnesium glycinate, best for sleep, mood, and hormone balance. Magnesium citrate, good for digestion, gentle laxative. Magnesium malate, excellent for energy and muscle recovery. Magnesium threonate, brain boosting, crosses the blood-brain barrier. Dosage? Start with 300 to 400 milligrams daily, taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Stack it with zinc earlier in the day and vitamin B6 for even stronger testosterone and muscle recovery synergy. Bonus tip? Drink it with warm water or tart cherry juice to enhance sleep signals even more. Close your eyes. It's 10:30 p.m. You've taken your magnesium an hour ago. Your body feels calm. Legs relaxed. Mind finally quiet. You drift into sleep, not tossing, not turning, just deep, uninterrupted rest. You wake up and something's different. You're not groggy. Your legs don't ache. And your mind feels sharp even before coffee. That's not magic. That's magnesium, the silent force behind your strength, stamina, and sanity. Ready for the final reveal? Vitamin number 1 is coming. The one that could triple your strength, ignite your testosterone, and reverse muscle loss naturally. Let's ask a brutally honest question. When was the last time you woke up feeling like your body wanted to move? Not because of coffee, not because of routine, but because something deep in your system actually fired up like a car engine ready to go? For most men past 65, the answer is you can't even remember. The frustrating truth is this. It's not just low testosterone, and it's not just aging. It's something far more invisible and far more dangerous. It's called mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria are the microscopic batteries inside your cells. They power every function in your body, from testosterone production and brain sharpness to muscle contraction, heart rhythm, and even libido. By age 60, most men have lost 30 to 40% of their mitochondrial activity. By 70, you're down over 50%, and you didn't even know it. That means less testosterone, less energy, slower recovery, brain fog, weak muscles, and yes, even erectile dysfunction. But there's one hidden vitamin-like compound most doctors aren't talking about that's been clinically shown to revive those fading mitochondria. It's called PQQ, short for pyrroloquinoline. PQQ was first discovered in the 1970s by Japanese researchers while studying soil bacteria. At first, it was considered just another harmless coenzyme. But over time, they found something strange. Wherever PQQ existed in higher concentrations, plants and animals lived longer, reproduced more, and resisted inflammation better. It took decades, but by the early 2000s, researchers realized this wasn't just a support molecule. It was something more powerful. PQQ was found to activate genes linked to mitochondrial growth and regeneration. That's right. PQQ could literally grow brand new mitochondria inside human cells. In one landmark animal study, mice given PQQ showed improved memory, faster muscle recovery, increased fertility, and most importantly, greater endurance and cellular energy. Scientists began calling it the spark plug of life. But here's what they don't tell you. One 2013 clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry studied 10 healthy adults who took 20 milligrams of PQQ daily for just 8 weeks. The results? Fatigue dropped by 40%. Sleep quality improved significantly. Stress hormones like cortisol were reduced. Cognitive function showed measurable improvement. But even more fascinating, blood markers for mitochondrial function skyrocketed. Another Japanese study on elderly patients found that PQQ combined with CoQ10 boosted heart performance, increased VO2 max, aerobic output, and showed anti-aging effects on the skin, joints, and brain. The researchers concluded PQQ promotes the regeneration of aging mitochondria, offering support for neurodegeneration, metabolic disorders, and cardiovascular decline. In plain English, it helps bring your energy, manhood, and clarity back, right from the cellular source. Let's talk about Charles, 67 years old, retired Army vet, proud father of 3. He told his doctor, "I feel like I've got the shell in my body, but none of the fire I used to carry inside." No drive, no performance, no morning motivation. Blood tests showed nothing alarming. Testosterone was low normal, heart rate fine, diet clean. But Charles knew something was wrong. He tried vitamins, protein shakes, even testosterone gels. Nothing helped. Then one day, a former teammate sent him a link about PQQ. He'd never heard of it. After just 6 weeks on 20 milligrams PQQ each morning, something changed. I woke up and realized I was humming while brushing my teeth. I hadn't done that in years. By month 2, his stamina was back. He walked longer. His brain felt lighter. His confidence returned. By month 3, he felt present again in his body and in his marriage. Charles said, "I still look 67 on the outside, but I swear I feel 40 on the inside." That's the power of targeting mitochondria, not just hormones. Here's the exciting part. While most vitamins act as antioxidants or enzyme helpers, PQQ does something unique. Triggers mitochondrial biogenesis. PQQ activates a gene called PGC-1-alpha, which tells your body to grow more mitochondria, like planting new energy factories inside every muscle, brain, and hormone-producing cell. Protects existing mitochondria from oxidative damage. Aging produces free radicals that damage mitochondria. PQQ neutralizes these radicals and shields the cells from decay. Stimulates nerve growth factor, NGF. This means better nerve-muscle connection, sharper reflexes, and even improved erectile function and brain clarity. Improved circulation. A 2018 study showed PQQ improved endothelial function, meaning better blood flow of muscles to brain and, yes, even those downstairs regions. In short, PQQ is like WD-40 for your body's engine. It cleans, restores, and makes things run smoother than they have in decades. How to use PQQ safely and effectively. Practical tip. Ideal dose for seniors. Most clinical studies use between 10 milligrams and 20 milligrams per day. For men over 65, 20 milligrams daily in the morning with food is ideal. Pairing tip. For maximum benefit, PQQ works best when paired with CoQ10 100 to 200 milligrams daily. Together, they boost mitochondrial output significantly. Where to get it? Look for a pure PQQ supplement labeled as Bio-PQQ, the form used in most studies. Avoid cheap knockoffs or blended products with low doses hidden in proprietary formulas. How long before results? Some men feel more energy within 2 to 3 weeks, but mitochondrial rebuilding takes time. Stick with it for 6 to 8 weeks minimum. Bonus tip, take it in the morning. PQQ can stimulate energy so strongly, it may interfere with sleep if taken at night. Picture this. You're walking into the kitchen. It's 6:30 a.m., but instead of stiffness, fog, and that usual grind, your body feels light. You slept deep. Your thoughts are clear. And for once, your energy isn't dragging behind you like a weight. You take on your day, confident, clear, charged. You're not just managing old age. You're rewriting what it means to be 65 and strong. You've heard of vitamin D, B12, even zinc. But how many men your age even know about PQQ? That's why most never get their fire back. Because they're using yesterday's tools for today's problems. PQQ isn't a magic pill, but it may be the missing link your body has been silently begging for. Gentlemen, if you've made it this far, you've just taken a step that 90% of men your age will never take. Because let's be honest, most seniors over 65 are silently suffering. They feel the weakness in their legs. They notice the shrinking muscle when they look in the mirror. They remember the man they used to be, full of strength, energy, and yes, drive. But instead of searching for answers, they surrender. They buy bigger pants. They skip stairs. They call it just aging. Not you. You're still here. You listened, you learned, and now you know exactly what to do. But knowing is enough. Because here's the harsh truth. If you don't act on this now, if you click away and go back to your routine, you'll feel it. The energy will fade again. The stiffness will come back. And worst of all, that fire that once made you feel like you will grow dimmer every year. But it doesn't have to. You just discovered 5 of the most powerful, science-backed vitamins for men over 65. Vitamins that improve testosterone, protect your heart, rebuild your muscle, and awaken your confidence naturally. Some of these you've probably never heard from your doctor, because doctors are trained to prescribe, not to prevent. And the supplement aisle, filled with hype, not help. But this wasn't hype. This was real research, real science, real solutions, made for men like you who are tired of settling for weakness. And listen carefully now. If you don't protect your muscle and hormones after 65, no one else will. So here's what we ask from you. Not money, not a product. Just something that takes 5 seconds, but helps this message save lives. If we disappeared tomorrow, would you notice? Every video we make takes over 30 hours. No scriptwriter, no sponsor, no $1 million studio. Just real research, real heart, for people who've been overlooked. So if this helped you, if you learned what your doctor rushed past, if you felt heard, don't be the silent viewer. Be the reason we're still here tomorrow. Subscribe. And most importantly, this message has already found you. But there are other seniors who would also immensely benefit from this hidden knowledge. How can you help us reach them with this message? Simply by liking this video and subscribing to this channel. That way, YouTube shows it to more seniors and others who desperately need this message. Be the reason someone else finds this gem today, just like you did, too. Tap the like button and subscribe. From all of us at Senior Health Daily, thank you for watching, and thank you for being the kind of man who still fights for his strength. We'll see you in the next video.